Hello and welcome. I'm Alex Redmond. Thanks for joining us. Our top story tonight, gun sale safety. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies have arrested a man suspected of stealing more than $10,000 worth of rifles and shotguns. On Friday, July 29th, the burglar alarm went off at a local business on Porter Road in Sarasota. When deputies arrived on the scene, the building was clear and there were no signs of forced entry. The next day, the business owner discovered the rifles were missing from a storage room. According to the sheriff's office report, a cleaning crew had access to the room, and the owner eventually learned an employee from the crew had given the storage key to her boyfriend. 24-year-old Justin McFarling sold some of the rifles to a pawn shop. McFarling admitted to the crime and told detectives where the remaining guns were located. ABC 7's Dwayne Lindo is here with the precautions one gun shop owner took to prevent this from happening to him. Dwayne?
Well, Alex, it's important to point out that there are no local, state, or federal laws regulating safe storage for firearms. And because this gun shop owner is aware of many burglaries across the state, he sets his own standards in protecting his shop. For local gun shop owner Fran Missantone, safety is of the utmost importance, keeping guns secure to prevent burglaries and coordinating with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms.
When we built this, we did all the security measures that we possibly could, reasonably well, and then had ATF come in and she give us a stamp of approval.
Missantone says he went above and beyond ATF's security standards. ATF also offers firearms safety classes and instructions for owners, but leaves actual security up to the stores.
ATF does not regulate or have any laws in place to talk about what type of locks should be on there, what type of video surveillance should be in place.
And for an extra precaution, ATF agent Kevin Richardson says gun stores are required to keep thorough records of their inventories and serial numbers of firearms, as well as insurance.
So you have firearms insurance, you have building fire insurance, you have theft and burglary insurance, so you have all kinds of insurance that you have to get into. And it was painstaking efforts on our part to find it.
And once insurance was set, it was all about finding an even balance.
If you have a business, you want to secure it, first of all. You want to make sure that it looks pleasing and pleasant to the public. You don't look like some kind of a guard shack. And then thirdly, you want to make sure that they can see, handle, and touch what you want and still be secure when you close up at the end of the day.
And Missantone also says he has a standard protocol of security measures his employees go after closing. Back to you, Alex.
Thank you, Dwayne. A Black Lives Matter protest holds up traffic in front of the mall at University Town Center this afternoon. Protesters say it happened because a young woman was escorted out of the mall for wearing a controversial T-shirt.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
A friend of ours was denied access to this mall for wearing a shirt that said, "Don't shoot." She was, as soon as she walked in the mall, security stopped her, kicked her out the mall.
Gregory Cruz says in a show of solidarity, 30 people protested in the street outside the mall wearing "Don't Shoot" shirts.
We shut down the street because it cannot continue to be business as usual, given that our people are being killed. Our people are being killed, the police are not being held responsible, and many people in the country are moving on as business as usual. They're going shopping. In the meantime, we are grieving, we are suffering the loss.
Our role in Answer Coalition was basically just a supportive role to come out here and to stand in solidarity with Black people and people of color all around the country as they demand justice for their lives and the right to be alive.
Dunno can relate. Here's an example. Dunno can relate.
Not everybody agrees with the message of the protest.
When they say I can't relate, I know people who've been killed by police. I'm very upset about it. But you can add up all the people of every race that are killed by police, and it does not even come close to the amount of Black people that are killed by other Black people.
Cruz says he runs across people like this all the time. But the results of Black Lives Matter are positive and cannot be denied.
Oh yeah, it's definitely cool to see the support. The movement is definitely gaining a lot of support nationwide and especially locally.
ABC 7 did reach out to the mall at UTC for comment, but we have not had a response. And if you live in Northport, you may be seeing some new police cruisers roaming the streets. The Northport Police Department is replacing some of their older cars with new Ford Explorers. The department says these new cars will offer improved fuel efficiency and also advanced safety features for the officers and people of Northport. They feature upgrades specifically geared towards safer securing of suspects and officers' health and wellness. And now let's go over to John Scalzi for a first check on our weather.
Well, first of all, pleasure seeing you here tonight. And secondly, we didn't get as much rain around today as perhaps once thought, but I think we'll still have another couple of days when we're going to see some very serious rainfall around. That said, there has been some heavy rainfall in parts of Florida, exactly where we thought it would be, and that is up around the Big Bend region, stretching back into the Panhandle, and flood watches are up for that area right straight through Tuesday because of the possibility of some heavy rain coming our way. These are Doppler radar estimates of where the rain has fallen and how much rain we think we've gotten based on our Doppler radar. And we do have some pockets of some fairly heavy rainfall. Inland, we had some big storms around, lots of lightning, thunder, and some pretty good downpours, over 3-inch rainfalls in locations. Many places saw none at all. Some places actually picked up about a ½ an inch or so. The Case Key webcam shows the clouds have been around. They'll be around again tomorrow, but tomorrow's weather may be a little wetter. We'll talk about that in just a second. Back to you.
Thank you, John. The number of Zika cases in Florida is now at 16. All of those cases were acquired locally in Broward and Miami-Dade counties. Aerial spraying of larvicide to control the mosquito population is now complete in Miami-Dade. The aerial mosquito control flight covered a 10-square-mile area that includes the Zika-affected area of Wynwood. This spraying was just one of the spraying missions that took place this week. An adult mosquito control flight is scheduled for Sunday morning over another 10-square-mile area. And concert chaos in New Jersey. A railing collapses during a Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa performance, injuring dozens of people. The entire thing caught on camera. ABC's Adrienne Bankert reports from the scene.
The excitement to see Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa caught on camera. But within seconds, that celebration spilling over, turning into chaos. Video capturing the moment the railing separating fans from the stage in Camden, New Jersey collapsed. Fans cascading down like a wave, slamming into the ground.
Head over to the BB&T Center. They've got a fence collapse and multiple injuries. We're starting everybody out there now.
Another angle shows how people flipped over each other, landing on the concrete floor 3 feet below.
There's multiple patients here. They're starting the triage process.
Security quickly escorting the two music stars off the stage as crews rushed to help the injured.
Blood gushing. It was horrific. And it was just bad.
I literally fell like 6 or 7 feet, and I luckily fell on top of someone so I didn't hit the concrete.
The fall wounding more than 40 people, though first responders say most injuries were minor cuts, bruises, and some broken bones. Witnesses say fans were pushing up against each other before the collapse.
All of a sudden, I see everyone's like rushing to the front, people are like pushing me too, and then suddenly people start just like falling off the edge.
Now questions about how and why that railing gave way. Adrienne Bankert, ABC News, Camden, New Jersey.
Still to come on your Suncoast News, protesters, a bomb squad, and chaos. And what sounds like the scene of a terror attack is actually the opening night of the Olympics in Rio. We'll take you inside the mess when we come back. Stay with us.
Need new windows? Buy direct from the factory. New South Window is having a sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Buy 4 windows, save 25%. Buy 6 windows, save 30%. Buy 8 or more windows and save 35%. How? Because New South owns the factory and you cut out the middleman. Award-winning, energy-efficient windows and doors installed with a lifetime warranty. New South Windows are made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com or call now.
Attention, this is an important message for anyone who has taken Xarelto or Pradaxa. If you or a loved one took the blood thinner medication Xarelto or Pradaxa and was then hospitalized for internal bleeding, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to serious, even fatal internal bleeding. If you suffered a stroke, heart attack, or serious internal bleeding, or if a loved one died after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call us now. Our network of attorneys have years of experience fighting the big pharmaceutical companies and is ready to fight for you. Potential claims are being reviewed for users of Xarelto or Pradaxa who have suffered severe bleeding or hemorrhaging, stroke, or even death. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You won't pay a thing unless your case is settled. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone.
Please call 800-928-6604. That is 800-928-6604.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Here's a dirty little secret. When you wash your face at the end of the day, you might only be cleaning the surface of your skin. To clear those congested pores, you need a deep clean. And today, you can get it with Proactive's incredible deep cleansing brush. And here's something even more incredible. You get the brush free when you order a Proactive system today.
I love the deep cleansing brush because it really gets in those pores.
I was using a brush that was over $200, and I like this so much better.
This isn't just any brush. This is the only one from the doctors at Proactive, so it's specially designed for acne-prone skin. Call the number on your screen now to get America's #1 acne brand for just $19.95. Be among the first 500 callers, and you'll also get the deep cleansing brush free, plus more secrets for flawless skin. That's a $93 value for just $19.95.
You only have 2 hands, but you have a whole lot of bristles.
This is such an incredible offer that supplies are limited. Call the number on your screen now.
August is National Breastfeeding Month, and the Florida Department of Health is promoting breastfeeding awareness in our community. The Health Start Coalition of Sarasota County and the Breastfeeding Advocates of Sarasota hosting Latch On Sarasota today. Breastfeeding and pumping moms came out to get tips from support workers, and health officials say breastfeeding is an important way to help every child have a healthy start in life. Mothers also benefit from breastfeeding with a decreased risk for breast and ovarian cancer.
It's really challenging breastfeeding at the beginning, especially for a first-time mom. You don't really know what's out there, you don't know what to expect, and we want moms to know that we're here for them, that there's a community here that supports them.
The Florida Department of Health recommends babies exclusively breastfeed for the first 6 months of life and continue until they are 1 or 2 years old. Many local families are now complete thanks to Manatee County's Adopt-A-Palooza. It's the second year for the event at the Bradenton Area Convention Center in Palmetto. More than 100 adoptable furry friends came out from local animal organizations like the Humane Society of Manatee County and Gulf Shore Animal League. About 1,000 people were able to interact with animals in need of a forever home.
We also have had a lot of people interested in our foster program, which is another way that we can reduce our numbers in the shelter facility.
All the pets available to be taken home today are microchipped, spayed or neutered, and vaccinated. Animal Rescue to not get adopted today. The Chihuahua mix is a very, very cute dog, and we saw him for just a couple of seconds there. But we're still a few months away from Christmas, and some children in Manatee County have the Christmas spirit as the first day of school approaches. Students enrolled in Project Heart in the Manatee County School District are ready to go back to school, thanks to the Bradenton Kiwanis Club. The 6th annual Christmas in August celebration took place at McKechnie Field today, and more than 60 businesses and nonprofits came together to provide the students with backpacks, school supplies, haircuts, and medical exams.
We came here to get our school supplies from our school. They gave us a paper to come over here so we can get our school supplies that we need.
Because you get a bunch of stuff so you can go through school and have good grades and do good things.
The event was for parents too. They received useful information like budgeting, finding a job, and learning how to get an affordable car and skills training. Another group in Sarasota County is helping homeless children get ready to go back to school. The Tiny Hands Foundation aimed to fill over 1,500 backpacks for kids in need, and the Safe Children Coalition Girls Inc. and YMCA are just a few community organizations that contributed to the cause.
Well, the Tiny Hands Foundation has packed 1,650 backpacks today to give to at-risk Sarasota and Bradenton children. And we've had a huge turnout. We had a lot of volunteers help us today.
We're doing backpacks for kids. The Realtor Association of Sarasota Manatee is all involved.
Well, I need school supplies because my mama couldn't buy none with all the school clothes she had to get.
The drive is one step in helping to build better futures for kids of families struggling to make ends meet. And the Gettle Automotive dealerships are working hard to support students on the Suncoast. The group hosting the Gettle SOS Support Our Students event at Target on University Parkway. Volunteers are collecting donations to provide students with school supplies, and Gettle says they will match donations up to $10,000.
Help our teachers. I think our teachers need help just as much because a lot of our teachers are buying supplies, and with these supplies, this will help the teachers so they don't have to dip into their own pockets.
Volunteers will be out collecting donations until 8 p.m. And school starts on Wednesday in Manatee County and August 22nd in Sarasota. Yesterday, we talked to some doctors and gave you some advice on how to be prepared for the first day of school. Doctors recommend making sure a child's backpack is less than 10% of their weight and making sure their immunizations are up to date. We asked you for your thoughts on our Facebook page. Christina Kennedy Babcock says, have the doctors notify the Sarasota County schools. My daughter's backpack last year was so heavy it bothered me. She often had 2 bags with her. And Miranda Brown Comingore says, 10% of body weight, never has my kid's backpack weighed that. Teachers require 1 inch bigger and lots of notes, making for a heavy backpack, Ruth McBriar says. Good info. Doctors suggest that parents check with their school to find out if they can use the backpacks with rollers.
That's a good thought.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, like luggage on an airplane these days.
We got lots of good stuff with the kids today, though. We've got the backpack program, and the school program, and the health checks.
Yep.
But now we've got the wet weather coming.
Man, it looks that way for the next several days. By the way, you know, in all the time I've worked here, I think this is the first time that you and I have actually sat next to each other on set. It's kind of neat.
It's really good. But
Good to have you here.
But you bring us bad tidings with the rain.
Well, yeah, no, yes and no. I mean, some parts of Florida really are going to get hit hard. I mean, they could get 10, 12 inches of rainfall in the next several days. So flooding is going to be a major issue for a lot of parts of the state of Florida. But for us, I think, you know, we're looking at periods of some heavy rainfall. We're looking at kind of an enhanced rainfall pattern over the next several days. But I don't think there'll be anything that we can't deal with. No severe weather forecast for us, I don't think. We're looking at a high today of 90 and a low of 77. You know, not too far off from where we normally would find ourselves, though. Honestly, the average seems to now be about 92 or 93, not 90. But the long-term average still remains at 90, so we were spot on the money there this morning. Looking at current temperatures that are still kind of on the warm side, muggy side out there, 85 degrees, the air temperature, dew point 73. We have this westerly component to the wind coming in at about 10, which is helping to just bring those showers onshore over many places on the west coast of the state of Florida. Now, for us, we haven't seen all that much. That said, Hardee and DeSoto has seen some pretty big storms today, so you probably take issue with me there if you're living in Arcadia or Wauchula or Ona. 84 degrees Wauchula. Arcadia at 84, 84 Myakka, 84 Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch, 85 Sarasota, 84 Venice, Inglewood, Northport, 82 Longboat Key. So some pretty heavy rainfall in parts of North Florida, and a very thick tropical environment exists just offshore. That's going to stick around. That's going to be there for several more days. And locally, yeah, we got some showers on the boards here. We have a couple near Punta Gorda, one that's inland, really in very rural areas, moving into Highlands County now, or rather in Hardee County now. We also have a big storm that's moving just toward Northport. All of these storms really not producing any torrential rainfall at this hour. We do have a chance of rainfall during the overnight. You noticed all that just sitting offshore. I think some of that is going to work its way a little bit closer to us with time as we head into the next 24. High pressure located just to our south directs our winds out of the west. That's going to be the name of the game for the next several days. The thing we're going to watch is whether or not we get a little area of low pressure develop here. A little area of low pressure plus a trough of low pressure sinking southward could kind of team up together to produce really heavy rainfall and maybe send some of it a little bit further to the south in our area. I think tomorrow we have a better chance at seeing some heavier rainfall around. And by the way, that surface low that develops could become tropical. Hurricane Center gives it about a 20% chance of perhaps developing into a depression. It's so close to shore and will be moving onshore, so there's really not much of a chance of any kind of development into a large windstorm or anything like that. But it would help enhance an already plentiful rainfall precipitation forecast. So we'll watch for that. Several strong storms possible, wet days ahead, and possible tropical development are the name of the game for us. For boaters, we'll watch for a wind out of the southwest at about 15 continuing. And over the next several days, excellent chances of rain. Total rainfall by Wednesday, we could get 4 inches of rain. That's certainly not out of the question. Back to you, Alex.
Now, sports.
The medals are already coming out gold for the U.S. in Rio. The 2016 Olympics are underway, but as ABC's Jim Ryan shows us, the games got off to a bit of a bumpy start.
Let the games begin. Team USA walked into Rio for the 2016 Olympics to massive cheers, but the Russian team, smaller after that infamous doping scandal, actually received some boos from the crowd. That wasn't enough to stop the Brazilian samba spirit. Yet, as the party got started inside Maracana Stadium, the protesters raged outside. Demonstrators upset with overspending and government corruption. By morning, the chaos was gone, but officials were still working out some kinks. There was a scare at the men's cycling road race. The bomb squad detonated a piece of abandoned luggage nearby. Crowds got stuck in long lines waiting out security issues. But overall, fans seemed impressed so far.
They really cleaned the place up. It feels a lot safer and a lot more nice now.
Everyone, fans and athletes alike, excited to begin, including the first U.S. woman to compete in a hijab.
I'm hoping that, in this moment, like me representing Team USA as a Muslim woman, I'm hoping that can kind of change the conversation around the Muslim community right now.
In action Saturday, Team USA claims its first medal, and it's gold for teenager Virginia Thrasher, who won the 10-meter air rifle. Gymnastics got underway for the men. The American swim team dove into the pool. Chase Kalish in the 400-meter individual medley. Connor Dwyer celebrating after his 400-meter freestyle. Returning gold medalist Dana Vollmer and Kelsey Worrell advance in the 100-meter butterfly. Superstar Katie Ledecky joined the 4x100 freestyle relay. She's expected to bring home several medals from Rio. But the story of the day at the pool so far, refugee swimmer Yursa Mardini winning her heat in the 100-meter butterfly. Jim Ryan, ABC News, Rio de Janeiro.
More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Download ABC7's free all-new news app at your app store today.
Attention breast cancer survivors. If you experience permanent hair loss or baldness after chemotherapy, you may qualify for a cash award. Thousands of women suffering breast cancer were given a chemotherapy drug without being warned about the possibility of irreversible alopecia. If you or a loved one suffered permanent hair loss after chemotherapy, call 888-622-8732. Time to file a claim is limited. 888-622-8732. That's 888-622-8732.
Temperatures are rising, and the deals are hotter than ever during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Get the all-new Chrysler Pacifica for just $26,999 and get an additional $1,000 off with a trade-in. Hurry! Time is running out to get the new Dodge Journey for just $15,999. And right now, get up to $10,000 off a new Ram Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Using baby powder or talc may lead to ovarian cancer. $72 million was awarded in a recent talc lawsuit after lawyers found secret internal documents showing that the baby powder manufacturer knew about the link between talcum powder and ovarian cancer for decades, but never told the public. If you were diagnosed with ovarian cancer after using talcum powder on a regular basis, you may qualify for a cash award. Call 800-793-6621. 800-793-6621. fun.
Stop! Living with hair loss, that is. Losing your hair is no fun and no one wants to be bald, but there is hope.
Getting my hair back was the best thing that ever happened to me.
I'm happy with the way I look now. I'm very excited about my hair.
I feel beautiful.
I love my hair.
Hair Club offers all proven hair loss solutions backed by our commitment to satisfaction guarantee. If you're not 100% satisfied with the solution you choose, Hair Club will apply the purchase price to another proven hair loss solution or transplant more hair at no charge.
That was the best thing I've ever done.
It looks good on me.
Call in the next 5 minutes to get your free brochure at no obligation. It will tell you everything you need to know about your hair loss problem, and it's free if you call now.
I am more pleased than what I had even imagined.
I at least look, I would say, 5 years younger.
I'm 52, and I look better now than I did when I was in my 40s.
I feel great.
And that's not all. The first 100 people who call will also receive $250 off any hair loss solution from Hair Club. Call now.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half-mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. And all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. Independence U for an independent you.
1-800-350-9872.
So it looks like we're going to have a little bit of wet weather tomorrow.
Yes.
What are you planning on doing? What are you going to do when you're not here?
Well, you know, I've got some outdoor plans as well as indoor plans, you know, contingencies on both accounts. I think you'll get some sunshine around tomorrow, but you'll also get some rainfall. I think probably around 2, 3, 4 o'clock, showers will roll in, and they'll be pretty heavy showers. In the morning hours, chance at a coastal rain shower or two.
All right. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll be back at 11, and we look forward to seeing you then.